guys, so today I'm here to talk about some books that I really wish that I ended up reading in the year of 2018. I have 9 books to show you, and these are all books that I was like really excited for, and they weren't all new releases, but some of them were, but I just didn't manage to get to them because like I read a lot of other good books. It's just, it was really hard trying to find time, but these were things that I was like, I really want to read, and then it never happened. So the first one is Furyborn by Claire Le Grand, and I really wanted to get to this book. Like the minute I heard about it, it sounded like it was going to be so epic, and then when I heard that it was like Once Upon a Time, I wanted to read it even more, but I just haven't had the time. And it is quite a big book, and it's got them decolled edges actually, but it was very hard to try and find time. And recently Sash Reed's read this book, and I'm like, you're rubbing it in my face now that you read a book that I really wanted to read, but at least she thought it was good, so hopefully I will think it is good too. But I really want to read it. I would have loved to have read Reign of the Fallen by Sarah Glenn Marsh. This was a book that I got drawn in because of this really cool cover, because it's a skeleton that's made out of jewels with a bejeweled crown on. In this book, the main character is a necromancer, and every time someone in the royal family dies, she is meant to raise them, but once you've been risen from the dead, you have to stay in the shadow. You can't be in any form of light. Even if a hint of skin is exposed, the dead then becomes one of these grotesque monsters that are called the Shade, and then some shady stuff does start happening in this world. It just sounded so intriguing, and I've been wanting to read it, and I have not picked it up. The pain of not being able to read everything straight away is really difficult. When Legendary came out by Stephanie Garber, I was really excited, and then it just got put off, and now, like, you know, the cover for the next book and final is happening, and everyone's already read this book, and I haven't gotten there. Like, I really did enjoy Caraval, and I am excited to see what's going to happen in the next book from Teller's point of view, but I just never got there. I am seriously so annoyed that I haven't read My Plain Jane yet, and this is by Cynthia Hand, Brodie Ashton, and Jodie Meadows, and My Lady Jane was such a funny book, and I had so much fun reading it in like 2016, so when this book came out, I was so excited. I really do love Jane Eyre. Like, I think it's a great story, and to see their take on it and having ghosts and stuff would be so good. I just did not find enough time to read this, and I think there was a point when I was like about to pick it up, but then I had to read something else, and it made me really sad. I really wanted to attempt and reread the Shatter Me trilogy by Tira Maffei so I could go on to Restore Me, and it didn't happen. I've been wanting to do this since March because I brought the first book with me to Fiji, and then I didn't pick it up, and it just hasn't happened since because like I don't know. I just have a problem with actually reading books apparently. Like, I read books in my life, but then I can't read all the ones that are important. But I need to reread the trilogy because I really do love this series, and I want to reread it to experience it again and then be ready to go into book 4. I've been excited for Sea Witch by Sarah Henning since it was announced, and I was really here for another Little Mermaid like oceany read. I read To Kill a Kingdom, and I also have the Surf Breaks, and I have this one, but then it just stopped happening. I read one mermaid book and then I just haven't read any since, but I'm really excited for this one, and I'm pretty sure it's like mainly about Ursula more or less, and I just want to read these books. So a book that people keep mentioning is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee, and I bought it, and I was so excited because I was excited for this book for a long time before I actually bought it. So buying it was the next stage, and I have The Ladies Goes to Petticoats and Piracy on my shelf as well, but reading of this just hasn't happened yet, and I think it's gonna be so good, and to have another historical fiction and just a really funny story. But I feel like maybe I just haven't been necessarily in the mood to read this, and I want to be in the mood and actually be able to read it, and just because I know so many people have been saying it's amazing, and I need it in my life. A book that has been on my TBR for like literally years now is Timekeeper by Tara Sim. I want to read this clockwork ghost kind of story vibe happening, and I had the sequel sitting out there too, but I have not read it yet because I have problems. This is one that just instantly spoke to me, like, and these are the books that I have to buy straight away because it's just like, oh my god, like this is calling to my soul to read it, and my soul is in pain because I haven't yet, but I will do it. It's gonna happen, hopefully. And lastly, a sequel that I really wanted to get to this year was The Traitor Prince by CJ Redwin. I really love her fairy tale retelling series, and each book just gets better and better, and I'm just so here for it, and the last one's coming out next year, and I need to read this book first. But this is a Princess and the Pauper retelling, and I feel like we don't get that many of that story retold, and I just want to read it and to experience it and to be able to go to another kingdom, but again, just didn't happen. This should have been a wrap up in a month, mate, but it didn't happen. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!